The latest is that the military has now announced, including again last night for the third time, that it is going to be sending out tens of thousands of draft notices to its reservists. Much of the Israeli army, in fact, is made up of reservists, but technically they're volunteers. And we're hearing a lot of, I would say more than rumors, assessments from people inside the army that up to 50% of these reservists may choose this time not to show up. In October 2023, when Israel was attacked by Hamas, 130% of the called up reservists did show up for service in what at the time was perceived as an existential and completely justified war. Today, that has been worn down, morale has been worn down, and many of these reservists who are grown-ups with jobs, in some cases with their own companies, many of whom have lost them, with families suffering under the weight of this service, are having doubts. Close to 20,000 people have signed letters saying they will not sign up for what they believe is a war for political survival for the government and not a justifiable military exercise. The second point of this crisis is that yesterday the head of the army, the chief of general staff, General Eyal Zamir, had his first overt confrontation with the Netanyahu cabinet, in which he said, if you go ahead with this plan, and now I'm quoting, we risk to lose the hostages. In other words, the government is justifying its plans for renewed and expanded war in Gaza by saying this is how it will, quote, put pressure on Hamas to release the hostages. But the chief of the general staff himself said openly to the cabinet that, in fact, the result of this action may very well be opposite and may be the killing of those same hostages that a huge majority of Israelis are desperate to get back home and for which they're willing to end this war and have been for months now.